to you today about something that I think is really important and should not be taken lightly. So everyone, please listen up on this, because this is something pretty serious that can have a really big deciding factor in life. It's recognizing demons in your life, and that's something really important. You know, there's absolutely no doubt that they are out there. There's absolutely no doubt they're in our lives every day. Every single person on this entire earth has demons in your life. People who are watching this video right now, you have demons in your life. So I'm just here today to tell you how you can recognize them. So yeah, there's a verse from 1 Corinthians 10:21, and it states that you cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. That's basically saying you can't be a godly person and associate with demons and be very sinful at the same time. It just does not work. It's not going to work like that. So basically, you can't go to church every single day. You can't go to church every week and like preach and all that stuff like that. And then when you go home, go get into an angry rage or look at porn or do drugs or drink alcohol throughout the week, whatever it is, that's a demon. Anything that will cause you to stray away from your life, stray away from God, is a demon tugging you away. And everyone has them in their lives. And even I can see them on kids in my classroom. And a demon is not all that crazy stuff like sex or drugs or alcohol. It's that, but it's not just that. It can be lying. It can be depression. It can be anger. It can be anything. It can be literally anything that makes you not want to go to God. And everybody has them. I mean, I have them. I have had them in my life. I see them on kids. I see them on people. So I think the biggest thing is people need to recognize when they're being controlled by a demon. And I don't mean being possessed and you'll be all crazy like that. No. I mean when you have something that's very hard to quit, like an addiction, that's a demon almost controlling you to get you to get back and do that 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 sin again. Just get you further and further away from God. And that's a demon controlling you. That's a demon controlling you. And the thing that really gets me worked up is so much people have them in their lives and they don't even know it, and they don't even really care. They don't even really care. They just say, whatever, I'm just going to go on being depressed. I'm just going to go on being angry. I'm just going to go on lying. I'm just going to go on drinking. I'm just going to go on smoking crack or whatever. And that's a demon in their lives. And this could scare some people, and I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to get you aware of what you're doing, because it's a very, very bad, serious thing that you're doing. And people don't even realize it. So I just really want to get people aware, and I think that maybe once they're aware, it might be a little bit easier for them to turn away and they'll know exactly what they're doing. And that will get them back on track and get them back to God. Because like it said, you can't associate with demons, you can't drink of their cup, and drink of God's cup at the same time. So in order to be with God and do His will, and be with Him, you need to get rid of the demons in your life first. So I think a really, really good way of recognizing if you have demons in your life is if something in your life comes in, or you're doing something that divides and subtracts from your life, that's a demon and it's from the devil. If something is in your life that adds multiples to your life, it's from God. It's from God. For instance, if you are drinking alcohol heavily, that's from a demon, because alcohol doesn't really gain anything in your life. It doesn't really gain anything in your life. If you're an alcoholic and someone comes into your life and really gets you off alcohol and gets you back towards God and just helps you all through that stuff and is a great friend to you and you have a good relationship, that person is from God. So, and like anything in your life that's good can be sent from God. Like a sport can be sent from God to make you feel happy, and it can let you not go back to those things like alcohol and stuff. It will give you something to focus on and look forward to instead of alcohol. I mean, sports can be bad too if you make it your God. And that's all you focus on. That can be good, that can be bad. But maybe from God too. That's another talk for another time. And the thing that really ticks me off is that people don't know it. They don't even know it. And you don't necessarily have to be controlled by a demon or be influenced by a demon really heavily to have one in your life. If you just have a tendency to get angry at people, or like just at one point in your life, you're usually a calm person, but one day you exploded and got that, a demon influenced you to do that because they wanted you to hurt, and you thrashed out another person, and your anger, that's from a demon, because they want you to sin and draw you away from God. So anything, like anytime you make a choice, there's a demon talking to you and the Holy Spirit's talking to you. And I think people really need to recognize which voice they gotta listen to and which voice they're hearing, because some people don't know. A lot of people don't know. And they need to learn to recognize that. And I think they'd be able to avoid sins a lot easier if they could recognize God's voice and not listen to the demons and the devil in their life. And I encourage you guys to pray that you can hear God's voice and you'll be able to avoid the demons and have self-discipline. I mean, you can say no to the demons just as easily as you can say yes to them. It's just a matter of fact of recognizing them in your life and recognizing that you have one and recognizing they're trying to have an influence on you and saying no. And I really think that's what people need to do to bring them closer to God. Because so much people associate them with them. Every day I see them on kids in my classroom and people associate with them and I don't even know it. So I really think people really need to get aware. People need to really get aware when they have a demon. They need to be aware of when they have a demon in their life and get that out so they can have a better relationship with God. And if you're having trouble with anything, just ask your pastor or your parents or your friend who is a better spiritual leader than you, because they might be able to help you. And just ask God that you can hear His voice and have self-discipline. You'll be able to resist those demons and resist them temptations, and you'll be able to have a strong relationship with God, I think, if you do that.